Good morning. Welcome to the Daily Tanya. Today is Tuesday, the 25th day of Adar Aleph, the first Adar. Let's begin with tzedakah. Gedola tzedakah, shemekarev es geula. Tzedakah brings Mashiach closer. And we continue in chapter 32, Leiv, the heart of the Tanya, talking about the mitzvah of Ahavat Israel, to love your fellow Jew, the Jewish unity. And Alter Rebbe continues to explain why this mitzvah is really the foundation of the entire Torah. The entire Torah, every mitzvah in the Torah is connected with this mitzvah of love a fellow Jew. And he quotes the story of Hillel, the elder. There was, doesn't say the whole story, but the story in the Talmud that there was this Gentile that wanted to become a Jew. And he came to Hillel and he asked him, I want you to teach me the Torah standing on one foot. And Hillel told him, what you do not like to be done to you, don't do to your friends. That's the entire Torah. The rest is but commentary. Go finish and learn the whole Torah. So what exactly does that mean? Yeah, sounds nice, sounds politically correct to say, yes, this is what Judaism was all about, just be nice to somebody else. Which is true, there's a lot of mitzvahs in the Torah, how we are supposed to treat other people. We have to be nice to people. But is this really the foundation of all the mitzvahs of the Torah? I can understand that this is a foundation. You know, in the Torah we have two, it can be divided into two categories. There are mitzvahs between man and man, and there's mitzvahs between man and God. Mitzvahs between man and man is like mitzvahs: do not embarrass someone, do not steal from other people, be honest, and giving tzedakah. All of the mitzvahs that belong between man and man, how to behave among people. This I can understand that you say that the foundation of this is love your fellow like you love yourself. But how is other mitzvahs between men and God? Like, for example, I'm not working on Shabbat. Why? Because I love my fellow Jew. What does it have to do with this? But based on what we explained yesterday, that how is it possible to love someone else like you love yourself? The only way it is possible is when you focus on your neshama, on your soul. You elevate your soul over your body. When you identify with your soul rather than with your body. Your body becomes something secondary in importance to you. I have a body because I need to live a Jewish life, because I need to serve God. So I have to have a physical body, I have to have a healthy body, and so on. But what is important to me? What is important to me is my neshama. If that is what's important to me, then this will lead you to love your fellow like you love yourself. Because the soul, we are all one. So you love my neshama, you love his neshama, that's all the same. So if we manage to work on ourselves to get to the point to love your fellow Jew, that really is the foundation of the entire Torah. Every mitzvah is like that. Every mitzvah is about connecting to God through this mitzvah. Every mitzvah, and more specifically, connecting to God, is a two-way street. You connect to God by elevating yourself, elevating your neshama over the body, and also bringing down godliness into this world. That when we do a mitzvah, we draw down godliness into this world. How are we able to do that? By fulfilling God's will, and when we do it in unity. Because when we are united as one, it says God dwells in a perfect place, in a place that has no blemish. So when we are united as one, this creates a vessel to bring down God's light into this world. So that is why this mitzvah of loving your fellow like you love yourself is really the foundation of the entire Torah. So let's see inside how the Alter Rebbe says this. וזהו שאמר הלל הזקן על קיום מצווה זוי, זהו כל התורה כולה. ואידך פירושו הוא. This explains Hillel the elder's statement concerning the fulfillment of this mitzvah. This is the entire Torah. The rest is but commentary. And we ask the question, what does that mean? How is the rest of the Torah commentary on just this mitzvah of having Jewish unity, loving your fellow like you love yourself? So he explains. Ki yesoid v'sheirish kol ha-Torah hu להגביה ולהעלות הנפש על הגוף מעלה מעלה עד עיקרו ושורשו דכל עלמין. Because the basis and the root purpose of the entire Torah is to elevate and exalt the soul high above the body to God, the source and root of all worlds. So every mitzvah is like that. No matter you do a mitzvah with your hands, you put on tefillin, it is to elevate the hand that God created and to connect it to God. Every mitzvah is like that. That's one way. Then there is a two-way street, also bringing down God's light into this world, into the source of the neshamas of the Jewish people, and thereby into the world. V'gam להמשיך אור ein soif baruch hu b'knesses Yisrael k'mo she'isbar lekaman, and also to draw down the infinite light of the ein soif into the community of Israel, as will be explained further. Later on, the Alter Rebbe will explain it more in details, that you have two levels of godliness that is drawn down into this world. There is the light that is called the Memaleh Kol Almin, that fills the world, and there is the light that is called the Sovev Kol Almin, that encompasses the world. The source of the neshama of the Jewish people is connected with the light that fills the world. And when a Jew with his neshama does a mitzvah, he draws down God's will. God's will comes from a higher level of light of Hashem. So דהיינו, במקור נשמה כל ישראל המהווה אחד באחד דווקא. Meaning that we have to draw down the light into the fountainhead of the souls of all Israel, so that the one God will reside with Israel, but only insofar as they are one and as they are united. That's the only way that can draw down godliness, when the neshamas are united. ולא כשיש פירוד חס ושלום בנשמות. דקות שבריחה לא ישריה בעשה פקים. But this indwelling of the light of the Ein Sof in the community of Israel is possible if there is, it's impossible if there is disunity between the souls, God forbid. For God does not dwell in an imperfect, fragmented place. Amrim, as we say every day by the davening, by prayer and the Amidah, we say, Barchenu avinu kolanu ke'echad ba'er panecha. So that we say in our prayers, bless us, our Father, all as one in the light of your countenance. That when we are one, indicating that the light of God's countenance can be revealed only when we are united all as one. The light of God's countenance represents a deeper light. Or panecha is from the inside, like the panim. Panim means the face, means the inner. Panim comes also from the word panim, the inner side, the inner part, as explained elsewhere at length. So this is why the Jewish unity is so important, so crucial. That when we do a mitzvah, we have in mind that we're doing it on behalf of all the Jewish people. That's why before we do a mitzvah, we say in the beginning of the day, we say that our custom, we do it for the entire day. We say, L'shem yichud kutsha brichu u'shchinte, which means that we do it for the purpose of uniting Hashem, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Holy One, blessed be He, and His Shechina. His Shechina means His dwelling. That there is the higher level, the encompassing level of godliness, which is called HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Holy One. Holy represents something which is aloof, elevated. And there is the light of the Shechina. Shechina means the dwelling light, the light that dwells in us. Our job is we need to unite these two lights. We need to unite the light of the higher level within us, to draw it down into the light that is indwelling in us. How is this done? Through the mitzvahs. And that is why this is connected with the concept of loving your fellow Jew. Because true love to your fellow Jew can be only when you rejoice with your soul rather than with your body. And in that way, your soul and your fellow's soul is all as one. And that is how we can draw down Hashem's light into the source of the neshamas and thereby into the entire world. So this is the end of today's shir. We shall see you tomorrow, B'ezrat Hashem. Have a wonderful day.